And the great leaders and the great organizations, when there is success, no matter how big or small, they find a way of connecting that success back with everyone in the organization. Hi, and welcome to Helping You Perform. I'm your host, Paul Teasdale. Over a career working with high-performing teams from across the globe, including 7 years working with Formula One team McLaren, I've learned a lot about what it takes to drive results. In this weekly podcast series, I'm going to be bringing you tips, tricks, and insights from the world of Formula One that you can apply to your organisation for your high performance. Enjoy. Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Helping You Perform, where I bring my tips, tricks, insights and stories from the world of F1 and other high performing teams to help you perform at your best and accelerate your own performance. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode, episode 41, where I talked about micro-learning. Those little opportunities that you can have within yourself and your team to share the best practice and pick up on the great things that everybody else is doing. In this week's episode, I want to talk about celebrating success. Now, it's one of the things in the world of F1 is very visual on track. You've literally got the spraying of the champagne, the standing of the podium. You've got everybody out there celebrating in a huge way. In fact, Lando Norris in particular has his own sort of style and signature move of banging the champagne bottle on the floor and spraying it everywhere. You know, it's very visual when you're celebrating success in a big win situation like that. But what also goes on behind the scenes is the celebrating of success within the team and within the factory and within the organization as a whole. So that when things are going well, we're talking about that success. We're making sure that's part of the conversation. We're making sure that everybody is aware that we've had an amazing success. So I'm sure a few weeks ago now, when McLaren got that amazing world record pit stop at 1.80 seconds, throughout the organization, they were talking about what that meant, how hard the whole team has been working towards that, and helping people connect what they've done to that visible success. And it might be somebody in a part of the organization that you might not consider, directly responsible. The All Blacks are particularly good at sort of connecting with everybody in that organization. There's a great story from NASA about asking someone who's sweeping the floor as to what they're doing, and they say, I'm helping put people on the moon. Because what you're doing in that organization, no matter what your job is at the time, you are part of making that success. If it's cleaning, if it's emptying the dustbins, if it's making sure that the catering is done, if it's making sure that the meeting rooms are set up appropriately, if it's there to work on the marketing in the background, if it's there to crunch the numbers in the finances, that organization wouldn't be happening without you. And the great leaders and the great organizations, when there is success, no matter how big or small, they find a way of connecting that success back with everyone in the organization. What can often happen is you might have success in a particular part of the organization, maybe in the marketing side. You might have won an award for your finances. You might have won an award for maybe some of the advertising that you've put out there. But a great organization will celebrate that success and bring those people to the fore, but will also connect the rest of the organization with the fact they wouldn't have got there without your support. And this is where the world of F1 is really good. So after those races, after the events and the things that have gone well, what you won't see behind the scenes is the drivers will come back, the team will come back to the factory. It might be a few days after, in the case where there's back-to-back meetings, it might be a couple of weeks after, but they'll always come back to the factory and they'll get everyone together. And I mean everyone. And they'll say, right, everything stopped because we're here to celebrate the success together that we have all inputted into helping to get this result. So in your organization, in your team, have a think about that. When there is a success, how are you connecting your people, no matter how direct or indirect their role is to do with that success? How are you connecting them in terms of what they do supports that success from happening to happen? And if people haven't got that connection with it, help them find it. What is it you're doing that enables others to focus on doing their best? It might be as simple as what you're doing is you're helping to organize their lunches. You're helping to make sure that their energy is focused on just purely the thing that's really important at that time. It might be around you are there in the, worked with some amazing people in the sort of gym area and the physical fitness area of McLaren. They were helping people to be at their peak physical performance so that their mental performance could also be brought and ultimately deliver performance to the team. And that physical performance didn't have to be just for the drivers or the mechanics or the people in the pit stop. That's for everyone in the organization. So no matter who you are in that organization, you play a part. And your role as a leader is to make sure that those people are connected and understand their role in the success of the organization. And when you find that success, when you get that success, you celebrate as a team. So that's my challenge to you this week. Go out and find those areas of success and find your ways of getting your team together, connecting what they do with that success, and celebrate that success and be proud of it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Helping You Perform podcast. If you found value in this episode, please take a moment to like, share, or review the podcast. You can reach out to me at any time, either through LinkedIn or through my website at www.paulteasdale.co.uk. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode.